those goosebumps every time, yeah. You come around, yeah. You ease my mind, you make everything feel fine. Worry about those comments, I'm way too numb, yeah. It's way too dumb, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time. I need the Heimlich, throw that to the side, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. When you're not around, when you throw that to the side, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time.
I'm having trouble with my internet. It's dropping in my bedroom and the kitchen.
Problem in your internet is your Wi-Fi. You see, things like the size of your house, the building materials you use, like concrete walls, whether you have multiple floors. And let's not forget the distance between your modem and your devices, like your computer, your phone, TV. All these have an effect on the quality and the strength of your Wi-Fi.
How do you know this stuff?
You need to check Telem. They have mesh devices that allow you to create your own smart Wi-Fi network to cover your entire home. It's a few small devices working together like a team to cover your entire house with strong Wi-Fi signal. Super easy. Here, I get one from Telem today. Download the app from your phone app store, plug in the device, and plug into the modem. When light blinks blue, it's ready to pair via the app. Go to app, click next, and follow the instruction. Place the second device where you need coverage. Boom, now you're covered. Telem makes it super easy. They offer convenient payment plans of just $12 a month. My guy, and if you opt to get the fiber plan, they'll come and install it for you. Guess what? For free.
Oh, wow. I'm gonna get my smart Wi-Fi plan today.
Hey, let's do this thing.
Today's self.
Get your smart Wi-Fi from Telem today.
Morning live, and welcome to all.
Good morning, guys. How's everybody doing?
Honey in the house. I still gotta get used to that honey name.
I know everybody's got to get. It's like it comes and goes because sometimes when I'm walking on the street, though, people be like, "It's Honey on the radio," and I like turn my head back and I'm like, "Damn, people still call me that." Yeah, but it's nice. It's nice.
But for others who would prefer Hailey, you can say Hailey also.
You
that's
can.
Fine.
You can. You can also say Hails the Whales because that's the karaoke name that I go by.
Hails the Whales.
That was the name that bullies gave me in high school, and I just owned it. And
you owned it.
I owned it. Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to another Wednesday, right here on the Morning Live program. I hope you're having a good morning so far. Those who are on, gotta say hi. Thank you so much.
Hi, guys.
You starting off with some news from Anguilla there here.
Okay, so Anguilla. Right, so we're reading from the paper today, y'all, don't mind us. So police searching for shooting suspect who escaped custody. Anguilla. The Royal Anguilla Police Force is urgently seeking the public assistance following in the escape of a 19-year-old Justin Scared Riley of Stony Ground. Wow, they're so like specific of like this person from this district of where they came from. They're not like that.
Remember there was a whole he's a suspect in the escape and he escaped custody, so they gotta call his name.
Yeah, so who was it? But that's how they are over there in those little tiny islands. Sorry, don't mind me. It's still a village in Anguilla, a lovely village. So, who is in custody at the Princess Alexander Hospital at approximately 2:50 p.m. on Tuesday, July 29, 2025. Escaped from the lawful custody while receiving medical attention. And wait, I just lost my track. Sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, he lost. A search is now underway, and police are asking the public to remain alert and to report to any sightings or information about his whereabouts. Members of the public are strongly advised not to approach Riley, but to contact police immediately. Reports can be made by calling the Joint Emergency Services Control Room at 911 or submitting an anonymous tip via the secureaxa.com. So that's secureaxa.com. Riley is wanted in the connection with the shooting incident that occurred in the early hours of Tuesday, July 15th in the Rock Farm area. He is charged with possession of a firearm causing grievous bodily harm, attempted murder, trespass with intent to inflict grievous bodily harm, possession of ammunition, discharge of a firearm, and unlawful assault. And that is the end of the story.
That's a lot?
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Charges.
How old is this kid?
And how did he escape custody?
He must have been really good. He probably was flirting with the nurses. Anguilla.
And how do you still run out on Anguilla? Because, I mean, it's so small.
I mean, like, you can just, swim out of Anguilla and swim your way to St. Martin.
Yeah, I think that's why it's in the Herald front page today. Just in case you don't know what day it is, which is crazy, today is the 30th. July is finally over.
That's crazy.
I felt like July was taking forever to finish.
Like the start of July went by very fast for me, but then as soon as we hit the middle of July, it dragged a little bit. Yeah.
Slow down a bit. A car flipped over after intoxicated passenger distract driver. That's in front page of the Herald. A car flipped onto its roof on Monday night at around 10:35 near La Poste, the post office, at the entrance of the Grand Cars, causing light injuries to the occupants. According to the gendarmerie, the car driver picked up two individuals who were hitchhiking and under the influence of alcohol and drugs. The passengers started arguing and became aggressive towards each other, causing the driver to lose control of the steering, with the car landing on its roof. The driver, slightly injured, was not under the influence of alcohol and tested negative. The two hitchhikers, also slightly injured, were evacuated to the hospital, while the car driver was given a lift home. I think that particular video, I shared it yesterday afternoon, of a car basically hitting and was dragged out from Grand Cars. You can watch it there on late night if you got a chance. Now, Hales, what we're gonna do is, did you feel the earthquake this morning?
Honestly, I did not. I'm surprised I'm really surprised to hear that there was an earthquake. But I mean, like, I heard that there were earthquakes around in like the Eurasia, Russia-Asia area, but I didn't think there was anything happening here.
No, it's
but it's a ripple effect, it's a ripple effect. So, but yeah, I was lights out like between 1 and 6.
No, all right. Me too. I didn't feel anything, but it happened. The weatherman got this report for us.
July 30th, 2025. Thank you for being here. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. I want to start with this. Over the last 24 hours, a lot of earthquake activity around the world. There was that 8.8 in magnitude in Russia yesterday. I was monitoring that tsunami threat on the Pacific side all night long. And then yesterday afternoon, evening, we had that earthquake in Guatemala, not nearly as huge as that 8.8, which is one of the biggest recorded. This was 5.6, about 10 kilometers down or 6 miles down, so relatively shallow. So a lot of us did feel it in parts of Guatemala. There was some significant shaking in spots. Just know that I keep an eye on all of the seismic activity around. So I'll keep an eye on that for you, got you up to date on that, kind of watching that behind the scenes. But we did have that earthquake, and additional quakes have been kind of popping up around Guatemala over the last few days. I'll monitor.
Oh, we back. All right. Hey, listen, that's the good thing about live TV.
I was trying to like look up so fast.
We try to get the link at the same time. Share the link, please.
When we shared it, we were like, bam, we're back. Like, you could see.
We're back just like that. The weatherman, thank you so much for that.
Thank you, really.
Support. All right, let's continue. Cruise arrivals up 11%. Yes, you have
okay, cool. All right, I gotta get ready because this one continues on page 6 as well.
Yeah.
Just have that ready to go. Okay, y'all. So Port of St. Martin issues guidelines for dredged channel in Great Bay. Phillipsburg Port of St. Martin Group, PSG, has issued an advisory to mariners and stakeholders regarding the newly dredged channel?
Yeah,
Dredged channel and turning basin of the northeast section of Great Bay. The channel, created by Dock Martin Marina, provides a critical passage for deep draft vessels that previously could not access the area due to a sandbar. Now, the channel aims to improve navigability for larger. Yeah, these are just words I haven't used in a while. So like it's like just getting them back into your like repertoire. Navigability for larger vessels entering and exiting the marina. Mariners are advised to contact their respective marinas for up-to-date information on water depths and any changes to the channel. Bobby's Marina can be reached via VHF Channel 16, working on 69, and Dock Martin Marina via VHF Channel 16, working on 87. To ensure safe and uninterrupted, you see I was ready for that. Wait, no I was not, okay. Yeah. Uninterrupted passage, anchoring is strictly prohibited within the near channel. And turning basin. Vessels moored alongside the marinas must avoid blocking access to and from any marina or adjacent property. The area is not designated as a shelter zone during inclement weather and should not be used for refuge, as doing so could endanger nearby infrastructure. Navigation through the channel must adhere to the international regulations preventing collisions at sea, or COLREGs, of 1972. The channel is marked according to the International Association of Lighthouse Authorities, or ILA, yes, I remember that one. Maritime Buoyage System Zone B, red buoys indicate the starboard right side and the green buoys the port side, left side. So starboard is right and port is left, guys, remember that. Side when approaching from the sea. Yellow markers outline the turning bassin. Mariners should take note of the COLREG Rule 9, which governs the navigation in narrow channels. Vessels must keep to the starboard outer limit of the channel where safe and practicable. Smaller vessels and sailing boats must not impede ships that are constrained by their draft and can only safely navigate within the channel. Fishing vessels must also yield. Overtaking is only permitted with proper signaling and agreement between vessels, and special caution must be taken near bends or blind spots. In accordance with Rule 28, vessels constrained by their draft may display 3 all-round red lights in a vertical line or black cylinder shape to signal limit maneuverability. Maneuverability. That's the word for you guys today. Maneuverability.
That's the word for the day.
Wow, that was a tough one. It's like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You just gotta you gotta get it out there. Okay.
Get it out there.
Port St. Martin urges all vessel operators to exercise caution, follow the established maritime rules, and remain alert when using the channel. These guidelines are in place to safeguard maritime traffic and maintain safe access to the marinas and properties within Great Bay. And that has been the story, guys.
Your maneuverability through that story was amazing, I must say.
Thanks, Andrew.
Just wanted to let you know.
Thank you about that.
All right. In some other news, the cruise arrivals are up 11.1% in the first quarter of 2025.
That's awesome.
Cruise tourism in St. Martin saw an 11.1% increase in passengers' arrivals during the first quarter of 2025 compared to the same period in 2024. The Government Department of Statistics, STAT, has announced. The figures released by STAT shows that 635, 968, Jesus Christ, the numbers.
That's a lot of numbers.
That's a lot of numbers. But the number of tourists has grown exponentially. And it finishes on 7. Growth in the cruise sector, which is rebounding since the global travel disruptions in recent years. In addition to reporting, the cruise arrivals STAT in a press release on Tuesday addressed ongoing, I love live TV, changes in how stay-over arrivals data is collected and reported. In November 2024, the Immigration and Border Protection Services implemented a new processing system designed to improve data reliability.
Data reliability.
Data reliability.
What's these words today, man?
It's a fun thing. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going Grenada. Yeah, we're going Grenada.
I'm calling my heart, calling my heart, calling my
Here
heart.
in St. Martin, we take pride in our island and want the world to see us, to hear us, and to dream about us.
Yeah, it's here, certainly. Oh my God, this gotta be the first place with these now. Yeah, this is it. Can I get this one printed, please?
Of course, let me get it ready for you. Here you go.
Thank you, bro. Like, this was really quick and I appreciate it because I'm on the run. Have a good one.
Yes.
Alrighty then, welcome back to the Morning Live with your boy Andrew and Hailey, aka Honey.
Hi, guys.
All right, you got some news on a missing teenager, right?
Yes, let's pick that one up. Testing. Missing teenager presents herself to the gendarmerie. Mary go. The gendarmerie said the teenager who was reported missing between the night and the morning of July 17th to the 18th presented herself to the gendarmerie on Tuesday. The 14-year-old named Iseline Victor, born on October 7, 2010. Oh my God, so young. 2010 in St. Martin, ran away from her foster family living at 32 Yellowtail Street, Sandy Ground in St. Martin. She did not have a mobile phone, and that, I believe, concludes the story.
She did not have a mobile phone. That's how they ended the story?
I think so. I don't see it anywhere else.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Short, quick, and switch to the point.
Straight
to the point. Well, Iseline, I hope you're safe, and I hope.
Stop running away from your house. This is
but
St. Martin.
It's a foster home, though. It's a foster family.
That's why. Okay.
There's probably something grave happening in that, because foster homes ain't good.
No, they have some good foster
some good foster families, ones that are not overwhelmed with children, like when there's like 2-3 children they have, but like when you have like those, I've done work with those places. I've seen them.
Okay. Now, when you pledge allegiance to who?
The flag?
The flag, right? But in Grenada, they have a problem because they don't want persons to actually pledge allegiance to the king. They find it's ridiculous, and it should be to the island. The Prime Minister did an interview recently, and he made a good point.
I don't think anyone in their right mind will expect me or any future Prime Minister of Grenada, on taking the oath of office, to serve them, that I should be swearing allegiance to King Charles, his heirs and successors. I've said it even in political settings. What it is about King Charles that is superior to me, that requires me not to swear allegiance to the people of Grenada, but to him. But sovereign countries have excellent bilateral relations. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean you have to swear allegiance to the head of a state of another foreign country. And that only happened because Grenada was a colony of the United Kingdom, right? So Grenadians didn't vote for a constitution in 1974. When we became an independent country, there was the constitution wasn't submitted to the public and say pass a referendum on whether you want it or not. All right, so thank you, Patrick, for your question. I think first of all, I've said constitutional changes or amendment is not a priority for the government. Mm-hmm. But we have to appreciate that the Constitution is a law, mm-hmm. just like any other law. Some parts of the Constitution are what we call in law entrenched, meaning it is more difficult to change. And the most entrenched parts are those that require a referendum. Mm-hmm. It requires you to go to Parliament first to pass a bill. Mm-hmm. It requires that bill to pass by a certain majority. Usually it will be 2/3 of the voting, or in some cases even 75%, depending on the way it's crafted, and then you still go to a referendum. There are some parts of the Constitution which could simply be amended by a 2/3 majority. Okay. The issues such as the oath of allegiance is frankly so low on the totem pole that it is really, in my view, someone who does not appreciate what our history is and who doesn't appreciate the enormous sacrifice made by those who came before us to get us to a point where we have not just freedom as individuals, but sovereignty as a small island developing state, that would think it is okay for us to be still swearing allegiance, with all due respect to King Charles, his heirs and successors. And I would ask this question bluntly. Grenada is, yes, a member of the Commonwealth. We have excellent relations with the United Kingdom. We wish for those relations to continue. Just recently, as this week, we had the partnership, for example, the UK SIF with the Southern Wastewater project. But sovereign countries have excellent bilateral relations. That doesn't mean you have to swear allegiance to the head of a state of another foreign country. And that only happened because Grenada was a colony of the United Kingdom. Right? So Grenadians didn't vote for a constitution in 1974. When we became an independent country, the constitution wasn't submitted to the public and say pass a referendum on whether you want it or not. So there is no such thing as unilateral in law. Lawmaking isn't a contract in the strict sense between two private persons. Lawmaking arises from the sovereign power that the people place in their representatives via an election, a democratic process that gives you the mandate to make law. And if the public gives us the mandate to make law, and if the size of that mandate is sufficient to allow us to change the Constitution via the regular lawmaking process, there's no unilateralism in that. So when we pass all of the pieces of legislation, isn't it the same unilateral process? Mm-hmm. So I think this is really a red herring at best, a storm in a teacup, but more importantly, a fundamental misappreciation of what this simple amendment to the Constitution must, in my view, do. And I'm satisfied that the majority of Grenadians support this. I don't think anyone in their right mind will expect me or any future Prime Minister of Grenada, on taking the oath of office, to serve them, that I should be swearing allegiance to King Charles, his heirs and successors. I've said it even in political settings. What it is about King Charles that is superior to me, that requires me not to swear allegiance to the people of Grenada, but to him. So if Patrick and any others like him could answer that question, then we could have a debate. But until such time, I'm more than happy to swear allegiance to the people of Grenada, to the state and institutions of Grenada. And obviously, I quite like King Charles, but King Charles should be the king of the United Kingdom, and his subjects can continue swearing their allegiance to him. But there's no reason why, in my view, any Caribbean country should find themselves swearing allegiance to any king except the people. So the relationship with the UK, membership in the Commonwealth, those are bilateral issues which obviously we are happy to continue supporting. Those are issues we are confident have nothing to do with this particular issue. And that's the right of sovereign countries ultimately to change their law, to change. And this is to some extent semantics. This is protocol, but it is important nonetheless, because if we are a democratic society, the power to govern comes from the people. And to me, that is who you should be swearing your allegiance to. That is who you should be swearing your faithfulness to. And you need to be reminded of that, in my view, when you are taking your oath of office to serve.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for checking out the Bub Report's social media pages. If you'd like to get more...
Okie dokie then. Well, that was, of course, the Prime Minister there, and just giving you some insight of what's happening there in Grenada, and they're just trying to squash this whole, give allegiance to the king, and really just do for the people, the constituents that actually vote for them there. So let's see how that ends up afterwards. Hills.
Yes. Are you guys ready for some horoscopes? I love the horoscopes, don't you?
Yeah.
All right, so today...
I know it's 5.
Yeah. No, but I really like the horoscopes, and I pay attention to it because I do believe there's like a degree of accuracy to this. It's up to you if you want to listen or not. But today's horoscopes are done by Miss Maggie Helena.
Yeah.
Yeah, Helena. Okay, starting off with Aries, March 21st to April 19th. Take time to focus on yourself. Have a conversation about finances with someone you trust. Offering your time and energy to others can bring deep, lasting satisfaction. Balance self-care with meaningful connections for a more fulfilling life. All right, Taurus, April 20th to May 20th. Cut through the fog. A grounded strategic move could bring real rewards. Look beneath the surface. There can be truth behind a mask. Insight comes when you pause, observe, and act with quiet confidence. Gemini, May 21st to June 20th. If someone seeks your financial insight, offer it. With care, of course. You might be onto something. A relationship question may find its answer soon, so stay open. Meanwhile, focus on curating your home. It's your foundation, your sanctuary. Cancer, June 21st to July 22nd. Embrace who you are without conditions. Bold financial moves may not unfold as expected, so tread wisely. As you step into the world, carry awareness and care. Thoughtful navigation works out better than reckless leaps. All right, Leo. Birthday season for the Leo. July.
Leo.
It's Leo season, guys. Oh, I love Leo season.
I like Virgo seasons, but we're going to get to that.
No, but...
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm a Leo rising, so that's why, even though I'm an Aquarius, I come alive during Leo season. So July 23rd to August 22nd. Let a new lesson settle in. It holds power to uplift your world. If something's completely out of hand, don't spiral into overthinking. Quiet, steady logic often reveals the clearest path forward. Yeah, I resonate with that very much. Virgo, August 23rd to September 22nd.
All right, then. That's the winning one right there.
All right, let's go. Today, you may shift between empath and warrior. Both may be needed. Seek clarity in your career path by asking, not assuming. An old dilemma might resurface, offering a chance to respond with new wisdom. Libra, September 23rd to October 22nd. Step forward and with a solution in hand. Share your wisdom with calm confidence. It may be more valuable than you realize. Stay curious and attentive. Learning what's needed now will shape the next steps on your path. Scorpio.
Scorpios.
Anyways, I know too many Scorpios.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, like, but my baby sisters at home, they're twins, they're Scorpios. I love them to death. So they're good Scorpios. But then,
then they got some other interesting
yeah, you know,
Scorpios.
like that. I'm just gonna love you from afar, love you from across the street. You know.
Yes.
Peace be with you. You know? Peace. No, I'm not doing that. That's a little too far. But like, I definitely do like peace sign. You know, like.
Yeah, Scorpios. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, sorry. We're just side. I digress. Anyways, Scorpio, lean into loyalty. It is a quiet strength. You might find yourself in the spotlight today, the one others look to. Relationship could feel confusing, but trust that clarity will come with patience and presence. Do you know any present Scorpios? Because I don't.
Scorpios are special. Yeah.
And Sagittarius, and there's the next. So my household was dominated by Scorpios, Sagittarius, and then Libra, Virgo. I was the only Aquarius in my house. My Sagittarius siblings made me feel really weird half the time. They made me feel like I was the oddball, but they're the real oddballs. They were ganging up on me. I had too many like numbers. I was always the minority, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't matter now. Anyways, Sagittarius, November 22nd to December 21st. Money matters may feel uneven or lacking cooperation, but a solution is still within reach. Creativity might flow freely or hit a wall. Sorry, not a high wall. It could be a high wall if you want to interpret it that way. Either way, communicate with intention and strategy to keep things moving forward, because you got to keep going forward. I don't know, I feel like I was speaking to my siblings on that one. Because I feel like this one could resonate for my like siblings. Okay, Capricorn, December 22nd to January 19th. Be the legend you are. Your presence matters more than you know. Make a meaningful investment in someone's well-being, even in a small way. Joy might feel elusive today, but quiet strength can light the way. I like that. Joy might be elusive today, but quiet strength can lighten the way. Okay, cool. Now we're back. Now we're at the best one, in my opinion, Aquarius.
Of course.
Did you know that it's the least amount of zodiacs in the world is the Aquarius? Like, I think there's like one in...
Just get to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to it. I'm just talking shit now. Okay, Aquarius, January 20th to February 18th. Any sense of lack today might stir old insecurities. Acknowledge them, but don't let them lead the way. Domestic matters could feel unclear, untangled. Give them time. Why am I doing the staccato like that? Sorry. In the workplace, show up as an ally to offer needed and support. Okay, yeah. So basically, don't be insecure. Acknowledge your insecurities, but don't let them dictate your day. And domestic matters that, just feel really unsettled, it's going to find a way. Don't worry. Focus on other things because you're going to save the day today in the workplace. That's how I interpreted that. Cool. Yeah. And last but not least, Pisces, February 19th to March 20th. Small tweaks to your space can bring a surprising sense of refreshment and renewal. Let yourself dive into artistic or musical expression in any form. In relationships, stay grounded. Avoid reacting too quickly or too strongly. And that concludes our horoscope reading for today. Bam.
Awesome.
I felt like I came in there a little too hard.
Yeah, no, that's all right. All right, we're going to take another commercial break. And when we come back, a letter to the editor, Hailey's favorite.
Oh, yeah. Those letters kill me.
Viva Las Vegas! Viva Las Vegas! Viva Las Vegas!
We are back. All right, so we have a letter to the editor that I received yesterday. So yesterday is when we posted this one. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. I didn't just fail my kids, I destroyed them. Let me say it out loud. I trapped all 3 of my baby mamas on purpose. I used love as a weapon, promises as handcuffs, and my own children as trophies in a sick power game I thought was manhood. I'm 41 now. Back then, I was a manipulative boy in a grown man's skin. I lied to women I claimed to love just to keep them close. I got them pregnant, not because I wanted a family, but because I wanted control. I wanted to own them. I built broken homes and walked away like I did something noble. Now I have daughters, and the karma knocked on my door wearing their faces. My oldest, she's 24 with 3 baby daddies.
Oh my God.
She's out here chasing love in every boy who lies like I used to. I watch her drown in the same toxic patterns I handed down like an inheritance. My youngest, she's not even 21 and has had 4 abortions. 4. And I can't judge her because I see myself in every bad decision she makes. She learned how to be used by watching me use women.
That's wild.
Let that sink in. I thought being a dad meant paying bills and showing up every other weekend. No, it means being a blueprint. And I want blueprint for chaos, for betrayal, for failure. Now, they don't listen to my apologies because my actions spoke louder than my regrets ever could. You want scandal? Here's a scandal. I didn't just ruin my relationship, I ruined generations. My daughters were raised in a wreckage of my ego, and I would give anything to undo it. But maybe it's too late. Signed, a father who finally gets it.
That was intense. That feels like he had a midlife crisis and epiphany at once.
At once, but the only thing I don't get is what now? Because, yeah, confession is good for the soul, but whose soul?
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's good for your soul because you feel like you have to just get it out there, but why get it out there so publicly? Maybe family therapy? I don't know. Therapy is still taboo down here. Yeah, but you know what, like, it's so true because when you, like, I really honestly believe, and this is facts, you are your child's first exposure to love and relationships. So if you and your baby mama or your wife or whatever the situation is not a good situation, your kids are going to witness that, they're going to absorb it, and then they're going to regurgitate it when their time comes. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, like, I'm Latina, right? But Latina love to a degree, like, could be very toxic. And I think that I learned a lot of toxic behavior in my household that I had to unlearn as a young adult when I realized that, like, that love does not always work. Now, not to say that I'm a very cold person or I don't offer a lot of emotional support. No, but I think I know the difference between, like, latching onto someone because you're insecure and you don't trust them, and then just, like, loving someone and then let them exist in their space and be their own person, you know? Because, like, for what?
Sound like a Scorpio.
No, but my mom was a Libra, so yeah. But my mom was the coolest Libra. But it was just like I think she had this. I don't know if it was jealousy or whatever. But my dad was like a very attractive, young, blonde hair, blue-eyed Dutch guy. My mom's older, so like she always felt like she had to like stake her claim, like mark her territory. I don't know, but that's stressful. Like I don't have that problem. I'm like, you want to go do your thing? You go do your thing, but you make a fool out of me, I will do it back to you 10 times harder.
10 times harder.
Do not
underestimate. Like a true Aquarius.
Yeah, don't underestimate that, honestly.
We got a story that we did, I think from the Bahamas. A new mid-year crime report for the Royal Bahamas Police reveals that a complex picture of public safety in the country. While major crimes, including homicides, are trending downward, with 14% overall a drop in crime and 26% decline in murders. They do have an issue. Take a look.
Time. Statistics coming in from the Royal Bahamas Police Force. Its 2025 mid-year report has figures showing suicides are on the rise compared to previous years. However, murders are declining. Commissioner of Police Shanton Knowles revealing to reporters today that social ills, including mental health, resulted in those numbers climbing, particularly in one gender.
That our productivity levels are higher than they've ever been before over the past 6 months. Major crime across the Commonwealth of the Bahamas decreased by 14%. Murder decreased by 27%, with 44 incidents compared to 60 incidents over the same period in 2024. 39 were in New Providence, 2 in Grand Bahama, and 3 in the Family Islands. We were able to solve 64% of all murders recorded. In that period, retaliation, gang, and conflict continues to trend as the most common motives for murder, representing 64% collectively. And fatal gunshot wounds remains the leading cause of death in these cases.
Now, with officers having their hands filled with crime here in the Bahamas, officials say to date, the bloodshed on our streets has slowed down and those responsible are now feeling the full brunt of the law.
That by mid-year 2025, suicides rose to 8 cases from 5 in 2024. All 8 cases were male victims. Likewise, attempted suicides increased by 39%, with 32 cases by mid-year 2025, compared to 23 cases over the same period for 2024. The leading motives of these types of incidents, based on our preliminary reports, includes depression and anxiety, persons of undesirous of living, and relationship issues. The mid-year number of these types of cases are trending higher.
And there you had it. There you had it from the Bahamas. With that, we got to wrap up. But there is a Leanne that says that you look beautiful.
Oh, really? Oh, my God. I think that's the Leanne that I went to school with back in the day in Florida. Wow. Thank you so much, Leanne.
And hi from Germany. I see we got a viewer from Germany also.
That's awesome. Hey, but listen, before we wrap up, I would like to take the chance to plug my people today.
Yes, you
so
do that.
shout out to Chandani, who fixed my hair this morning. Yes, this girl has been my hairstylist for the last couple of years, and she's the reason why I look flawless all the time. Also, I want to shout out the Thirsty Pirate on the Boardwalk today because, yes, ladies and gentlemen, I will be on the boardwalk doing karaoke from 11 until 5 or 6. If the party's good, we're going to keep going, you know, but that's where you can find me today. And, yeah, Andrew, it's been a great day. Do you have anything you want to say?
Shout out to all the sponsors. And, of course, if you want to get on, you can contact myself or Hailey.
Yes.
If you have any inquiries, we'll be happy to answer.
Absolutely.
We should be back on Friday. So with that, thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
Stay with Late Night with Andrew Dick as, the story continues.
Are you going to be out after late night?
You never know.
I'm going to be out tonight. I don't know where, but you'll see me.
Wednesdays, usually it's Lotus.
Yeah, usually it's Lotus, yeah. Yeah, but we're Lotus. We're like Lotus gang. You know, we're Lotus people. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one. Take care.
Those goosebumps every time, yeah. You come around, yeah. You ease my mind, you make everything feel fine. Worry about those comments, I'm way too numb, yeah. It's way too dumb, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time. I need the Heimlich, throw that to the side, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. When you're not around, when you throw that to the side, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time.
I'm having trouble with my internet. It's dropping in my bedroom and the kitchen.
Problem in your internet. is your Wi-Fi. You see, things like the size of your house, the building materials you use, like concrete walls, whether you have multiple floors. And let's not forget the distance between your modem and your devices, like your computer, your phone, TV. All these have an effect on the quality and the strength of your Wi-Fi.
How do you know this stuff?
You need to check Telem. They have mesh devices that allow you to create your own smart Wi-Fi network to cover your entire home. It's a few small devices working together like a team to cover your entire house with strong Wi-Fi signal. Super easy. Here, I get one from Telem today. Download the app from your phone app store, plug in the device, and plug into the modem. When light blinks blue, it's ready to pair via the app. Go to app, click next, and follow the instruction. Place the second device where you need coverage. Boom. Now you're covered. Telem makes it super easy. They offer convenient payment plans of just $12 a month. And my guy, and if you opt to get the fiber plan, they'll come and install it for you. Guess what? For free.
Oh, wow. I'm gonna get my smart Wi-Fi plan today.
Hey, let's do this thing.
Today self.
Get your smart Wi-Fi from Telem today.
I'm calling my heart, calling my heart, calling my
Here in St. Martin, we take pride in our island and want the world to see us, to hear us, and to dream about us.
Yeah, it's here, certainly. Oh my God, this gotta be the first place with these now. Yeah, this is it. Can I get this one printed, please?
Of course, let me get it ready for you. Here you go.
Thank you, bro. Like, this was really quick and I appreciate it because I'm on the run. Have a good one.